Having peace should be a fundamental factor that everybody should be able to have. You should be able to have peace of mind, have a sense of security, and have people on your side in this world. Too often in this world, we see many people in our position. We have nobody that's on our side, and everybody's trying their best to sabotage us, gain information about us, and try to destroy us for no apparent reason when you've done nothing wrong to these people. When you go outside your room, or when you go outside into the doom, or when you go outside into the real world, quote unquote, there's always somebody somewhere that has a problem with you. Somebody that's always trying to disrupt your peace and stop it. And you have to really think critically at that. Why? Why is somebody trying to destroy your peace? Why does somebody who they don't even want to talk to you, but they get mad when you don't talk to them? And it's not that you're not talking to them because you're rude, it's because you just want to keep your sanity and keep your peace. You know, some of the most joyful times you'll have in life is when you're by yourself. When there's nobody around, there's nobody to judge you, there's nobody to limit you, try to destroy your creativity and your innovation or whatever you have, whatever spark in your spirit. When you're by yourself and totally isolated, life becomes absolutely better. It's when you get around other people. It's when you have to go find that job. And number one, you don't really want that job, but you have to get that job. You have to take that job in order to earn money to survive, especially as a grown man. But when you're at that job, you have bosses, co-workers, you have to get to work. So you may need gas money, a bicycle or bus money, a bus pass, whatever. You got to deal with people on the bus. You got to deal with people around waiting at the bus stop. There could be some shady or weird type of characters hanging around. And all of that compounds into stress, And a lot of us, all we want is peace. All we want is peace and tranquility and be around people that are reasonable. But in this world, you don't get to pick around. You don't get to pick, sometimes you don't get to pick who you're around unless you're wealthy. Because when you're wealthy, you're a multi-millionaire. You get to have everything you want. If you guys just seen that Jake Paul fight, where Jake Paul lost that fight, but the guy he was fighting, he got like what, 50 million, $90 million. That man gets to have peace for the rest of his life. He doesn't ever have to take a fight he doesn't want ever again. You got to think about all the things that we go through in this world. The psychological battles, and people still believing on certain religious attributes, thinking that religion can save them. If your religion hasn't saved you by now, it's never going to save you. If you've been believing in some deity to come save you out of poverty, and you've been in poverty your whole entire life, and you see somebody else who never believed in that same deity, they're able to accomplish their dreams, their ambitions, and become successful and wealthy and healthy, that should tell you something. If you look at life closely, man, it's a big, giant incubator of pain. There's always something that's trying to destroy you. There's always something that's trying to annoy you. There's always something that's trying to attack you. It's always like this. You could be minding your business, not bothering anybody, and people are going to find a reason to attack you, find a reason to bother you, find a reason to make you the problem, even though you don't even bother them. That's the way this world is, and that's the way this world works. It's absolutely brutal. You can try your hardest to just keep to yourself, go to your job, go to your school, do that, do this, do that. And you may go to the grocery store one day and somebody may be following you around the grocery store. It always happens to me. That's why I don't like going to the grocery store too much. That's why I like just ordering my food online for the most part. Because every time I go to the grocery store, there's always some type of manager or somebody stocking the shelves that's going to look at me, see me, and lock on to me and follow me throughout the store. It's brutal, But if you look at this world and how it's shaped for your pain, it's shaped for your agony, it's shaped for you to go insane. It's not shaped for you to be happy. It's shaped for you to just keep going through constant battles. You gotta wake up every day. And sometimes even pulling yourself up just to wake up it takes a lot of effort. And a lot of us, we're tired. We're tired mentally, we're tired physically, we're tired spiritually. We're just tired of the pain. We're tired of the anxiety. We're tired of all of these negative emotions and these conflictions and restrictions that are placed upon us. They say we're in the image of God or a God or something, yet we don't have the powers of this God, And it's funny how money can determine everything, your lack of it or you having the money, And it sucks when you're more of a spiritual person, knowing that you have to defy your natural spiritual inclination so you can earn some type of money. Because you can't be broke and poor in this world. The world's going to mistreat you, This world is a brutal place. It feels like a lot of us don't even belong in this world. Like, you ever feel like an alien in this world? Like, it's like a strange type of existence we live in, where you have to suffer to get any type of gain. And then once you get some type of gain, you still suffer. It's like you train all them years to become a doctor. You finally become a doctor. You make $100,000 a year, but then you get taxed for 100 grand a year. And the more you become a doctor, the more you raise up, the more you get taxed. You know, and then you may have kids, a family, a wife, and one of your 7-year-old daughters, she may get cancer and she may pass away at 7 years old. Your wife may get breast cancer. You may get in a car crash and be paralyzed. Like, all these factors can take place. And it's not just randomized either. It may seem randomized, but this is organized chaos. Have you ever discovered that your pain is customizable to you? Like, whatever you don't want in life is going to come up to you. If you don't, if you like being alone, you don't want to be around people, somebody's going to force you out that room. You know, your dad's going to knock on the door. Somebody's going to knock on the door and pull you out that room and pull you into drama and pull you into problems. You know, if you like staying by yourself and staying alone and not being bothered, somebody somewhere is going to bother you and try to, you know, harass you or try to do something to you that's negative. It's going to happen. That's just the way life is. That's just the way this life works. It's a weird, sadistic, twisted paradox. And then you got people that really believe that there's some good God looking out for us. If that's the case, we wouldn't have starving children. We wouldn't have all these problems. We wouldn't have this government that runs the world in secret and they do wicked and evil things. We would have a transparent government, a system where the poor can truly rise up and become something of themselves. You can truly put yourself up by your bootstraps and become successful, you know? But that's not how the world works, because the powerful rich, they need the poor. They need to have you in a poor position. They need to have you in that position because when you're in that poor position, they can control you. They can mold you. Why would a rich man tell a poor man how to get rich? That means he has competition, you know? You know? Why would that happen? Why would they teach you in school how not to be indoctrinated? They're going to teach you indoctrination tactics. They're going to teach you how to be indoctrinated. They're going to teach you how to be obedient to the system because they want obedient servants, obedient workers. They don't want thinkers and creators and innovators. They don't want that. They're beyond those times. Those times came and passed. Now they want everybody to just be obedient and to be a servant and to don't question things and do as they tell you. They tell you to take a neural augmented neural chip. You have to take it. You know, they tell you to take, you know, any type of vaxi with a crappy patty, you have to take it. But all of us, we just want peace. We want peace and tranquility. We want peace and quiet. And that's one of the things that's rare in these days, you know? It's having the ability to just be to yourself. You know, I don't know how people get neat bucks, but if anybody can tell me anything how to get neat bucks, let me know. Because, you know, I would love to get neat bucks, honestly. But I don't think I qualify, you know? Which is absolutely brutal because, hell, that's what I need, you know, because, you know, becoming a mental cell and becoming isolated and devastated and emotionally disfigured, it just compiles, you know, over the years of pain and agony. I just want to be left alone and mind my business. You know, I started this channel off of a broken cell phone, you know, my last channel at least, and it was just me just talking, expressing myself. Just years of pain and years of going through it. And I seem to attract a large audience of people that like me, you know, which is crazy. But yeah, man, this holiday season, man, there's nothing really to look forward to. It's just another year of servitude, another year of just waging to the day to the day you escape the cage in this physical existence. You're going to learn that a lot of your problems come from other people. Everything that you're going to go through in life is going to be because other people don't like you. They have a problem with you. They're going to say something about you. They're going to try to make you feel like you're less than. That's where your problem comes from. People. And usually it's other men. We talk about a lot of women and stuff in this community. Well, I don't want to call this thing a community, but in this whatever we talk about, manosphere, whatever you want to call it, we talk about women, but we already know women's nature. It's when you have grown men behaving like women, that's when it becomes a problem. You have grown men acting just like women, gossiping, talking about you, just, you know, you're at your job and people are doing that to you. They see you and start laughing and snickering. You know, it's just like, what the hell? Aren't we all adults? No, some people get stuck emotionally at high school They literally get stuck in a time travel machine in high school. Like they didn't emotionally peak since high school or even college. These people are like in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Hell, in their late 20s as well, and they're still emotionally the same as they were in high school as they are as adults. Talking about people, laughing about people, calling people losers and failures, and it's like, if this person's such a loser and failure, why are they even on your mind? You know, that means you see something in this person, and you're scared this person may rise above you and make you see and show the light on you, showing you being the real loser and failure. I don't even like using those terms and those terminologies. I don't like calling nobody a loser or a failure, but that's just like the best way to get people to understand what you're talking about. I believe all of us, who are not assholes, who are listening to me, we all have the potential to do if we can't do what we want for a living, we have the potential to do something interesting, right? Whatever it is. But this life likes to beat you down. This life likes to make you drown in sorrow, drown in pain, and drown in agony. We don't live in a loving, caring world. We live in a world which is specifically designed to break you. You know, think about it, man. I guarantee you, from today till Christmas Day, even after Christmas to the New Year, yippee, yeah, New Year, another year of pain, another year of being poor, another year of working a job you don't like, another year of being around people who don't like you, another year of trying to get on your feet. Yippee, what a happy thing to be proud of, right? But between here and Christmas Day, you're going to go through something that's going to make you go insane. Somebody's going to knock on your door Christmas Day and have you do an interaction you don't want to do. Have you be around people who don't want you around, and have you just be around in this messed up situation. Any true loving caring God would have been blessed you so you can do things yourself. Would have blessed you so you can live like one of those YouTube streamers. I'm not saying making all that money, but making enough money where you can survive, get your own apartment, be good emotionally and have a girl in your life and be happy. Why wouldn't a God who can control everything not want you to have that? Because of the loosh energy farming. This God or these gods or these beings, they get a thrill and they get power and energy from us being in a position of servitude, from us being in these emotional states where we're feeling pain, we're feeling agony, we're feeling sorrow. These beings, they get some type of power from that. You know, they're literally loosh farming us. That's why the world is always in chaos. There's always some type of negative activity the news promotes. They show you the Epstein files, and the Epstein files, all the files are redacted. That's classic if you ever read declassified documentation. They always redact everything. They redact all the important parts, and some of the stuff they don't even put for you to see at all. So you got people in the government that are PDF files, and they get to run free and become billionaires and multi-millionaires and rule the world. And they get to rule over us. They decide who gets hired, who gets fired, who gets a job, who gets a house, who gets this, who gets a loan. Like, they have all this power over us. Why would a God create a system of oppression that oppresses things that he created? It makes no sense. You can only blame the devil for so much. But who was the father of the devil? Who gave the devil consciousness? Who gave the devil power? Who gave the devil authority? You gotta start, because, like, let me put it this way. If you're at a house, right? Let's say you got a house and your dog comes out and it bites the mailman. Who's responsible? You. You're the owner of that dog. You could have easily put your dog on a leash. The God of this world could have put the devil on a leash, but he didn't, because he wants the devil to do that, because the devil helps create loosh energy. All the pain, all the loneliness, all the suffering. It goes as deep as playing video games now. That's why the video games are rigged. You hit somebody first in the video game, they hit you back, and you're the one that gets deleted. You know what I mean? And it makes you mad. And when you get mad, even off a video game, something as small as a video game, you release a negative energy that these beings feed off of. And yes, they're in every industry. Every industry, everything, video games, the movie industry, automotive industry, the housing industry. Is why all these things are all going up in value simultaneously. It's expensive to get a car. Nowadays these cars have so many little systems that can break inside of it to make it more expensive. You can't even change a car tire without having the right proper gear that comes from the dealership, and they got to get it from the original, Nissan or whatever. Then you got to worry about housing. That's a price increase. Then the jobs are just being stagnant pay wise. The food is increasing. Food prices are increasing. This is all creating stress. This is all creating negative energy that these beings feed off of. We're literally put in the hell realm. You don't have to die and go to hell. You're in hell right now. Have you guys seen in India? You can type in India, a python swallows a little girl. You can literally see, like these people, like this little girl went missing. It was like a 20 or 25-foot python that was around the area with a bulge on it, and they suspected that that python ate the girl. So they beat the python on the head and they deleted it. Then they cut open the belly of the python, and this little Indian girl comes out, and it's like, wow. So that's not hell. A giant snake that can wrap around a little innocent girl, squeeze her or swallow her alive. Isn't that some stuff you'll see in hell? But that's the world we live in. We live in a world where you got monsters out there. It could be the people around you. You know, you can have monsters inside of your mind. That's another thing what these archons do. Have you ever felt like you're watching yourself from a third person, or you have something else inside of your mind? You ever be reading something or playing your video game and it feels like there's another consciousness inside of there, but it's not for your benefit, it's for your detriment? This whole world is a sick, twisted, evil element. Point blank, period.